right, 2023. 2023 is coming up, or it might even be here by the time you're watching this video. But as you guys know, 2022 was a wild year. We had a lot of records broken that year. I mean, the highest we've ever seen interest rates go up in a single year. It's been absolutely insane. We had huge increases, huge decreases, and basically stalled out what was going on in 2020 and 2021. I mean, there was clear decrease in house sales in 2022. Aside from the regular market, home builders were having a rough time too, because people were canceling contracts because interest rates hiked up so much that they could no longer afford the home. And there's been whispers of recession going on quite a bit.
We will have a recession. I think it will be a relatively mild recession, sort of, but I'm just guessing here. This is total speculation. But I would guess it's a mild recession for, 18 months or something like that. It would be my best guess right now.
I don't know whether we're technically in a recession. I know economists argue over that, and they have certain technical definitions. What I can tell you is the economy does not look great right now. Things are slowing down. You're seeing layoffs in many, many sectors of the economy. People are slowing down. The probabilities say if we're not in a recession right now, we're likely to be in one very soon.
There's been a lot of volatility that's been going on in the US market, and other sectors have failed. Other sectors have had essentially what they would call a crash or a recession of some sorts. It's been a correction. But before we dive deep into that, my name is Danny. I'm a real estate agent here with Romeo Echo Real Estate. We are here in the Santa Clarita area. So if you have any questions about Santa Clarita or the surrounding areas, the LA County, Ventura County areas, feel free to reach out to me. We've had a ton of clients reach out to us via YouTube, so please feel free to reach out to us. We're here to help you guys out to the best of our ability. All right, so what can you do to prepare for the 2023 housing market? And I think that we need to keep it down to the basics. We need to be as rudimentary as we can be. You got to save money, you got to make sure you're protecting your credit, and you need to maintain your job and or business. The first one I'll touch on is credit. All right, so you want to make sure that you're maintaining your credit utilization throughout the year. You want to make sure that your credit stays active, and you want to make sure that you're not going above 30% of your credit utilization. Now, me explaining math and what credit utilization is, not a good idea. So I probably have the equation somewhere here on the screen as to what credit utilization actually is. Okay, I'll just explain it. It's pretty simple. I'm having a hard time in my head explaining it, but I'll explain it to you guys. Let's say your credit limit is $10,000. You don't want to go over $3,000. Just keep it very, very simple. Keep it active, but keep it very, very simple. Don't go over 30%. All right, now credit is important, but you don't want to really focus too much on it. It's going to affect your interest rate, kind of. You want to make sure that you're going with a great lender that's actually going to give you a good amount of knowledge. And that kind of leads me into the next point here is saving your money. You want to make sure you're saving as much as you can, but you want to do it in a tactful way. So what I recommend is actually you speaking to a lender as you're preparing so that you are knowledgeable as to how much you need to save in the first place. Because if you're saving $10,000, but you need to actually save $15,000 because there's closing costs involved, now you're crushed. Now you feel like you're 10 steps back. Be prepared. Speak to somebody. I have a preferred lender down in the description below. Just click a link there and they'll be able to help you out. And just be very educated as to what you need to do in order to prepare yourself for a home purchase. Don't go in blindly. And the last point I had here was making sure that you have your occupation organized correctly. And what I mean by that is whether you're W-2, 1099, own your own business, you have your corporation, LLC, whatever it may be, you want to have at least 2 years of experience. Now, there's a caveat to that. If you're going to school, there's some details. Again, talk to your lender to figure out what's best for you and create a plan with your real estate agent as well to make sure that you're planning correctly. But the idea is to make sure that you have at least 2 years of experience. That's kind of the staple for any bank or any lender. Now, going beyond that, you want to make sure that you are not having too many write-offs. Okay, so if you're a business owner, you don't want to write off every single dollar that you make, because then it makes it look like you're spending every dollar that you make and that you're not taking anything home. Granted, yes, you will probably have to pay a little bit more in taxes this year, but if you're able to purchase a house better and then you just pay a little bit in taxes, just that's another thing to do tactfully. Speaking to somebody who just prepares taxes might not be able able to understand tactfully what you need to do. So I think actually paying somebody to help you go through the process might be a little bit better if you own a business. Of course, if you don't own a business and you're a W-2 or 1099 employee, then the situation is just a little bit different. Again, speak to your lender, speak to your real estate agent. They're going to have a better idea of your situation as you guys speak and be able to help you out in a better way. You probably clicked on this video thinking that I'm going to give you the perfect time frame as to when to buy, and that's really not the right mindset, and that's not the mindset I try to give to my clients. Timing the market is always a losing game, because when you're waiting and you're actually paying rent, you're paying down someone's mortgage. Either way, you're paying a mortgage. It just so happens that when you're renting, you're paying someone else's mortgage, and the interest rate on that is 100%, goes to them. With that perspective, 6 to 7% doesn't really seem that bad. So you want to keep that kind of mindset of constantly growing. And sometimes you have to buy the smaller home or the condo, the apartment, in order to get into that bigger house down the line, because you'll be able to build that equity. You want to have a great plan with your real estate agent and your lender. I said it like 6 times throughout this video, but having a plan to make sure that you get those steps in order to be able to save for that next house, that bigger house that's going to be able to fit your family. Again, you guys want to be comfortable, but you might have to be a little bit uncomfortable with the situation so that you can progress into that next step. If you need guidance on how to take that next step, I have a ton of links down below on how to contact me. All my contact information is down there. I make it very, very simple for you guys. And I have my preferred lenders down there, some resources for you guys if you need a little bit more education on how to start the process of purchasing or selling a house as well. So feel free to reach out, guys. I'm here to help, and I'll see you next time.